Hi everyone, I recently shared with you some fabulous daily self-care tips that I acquired from the YouTube channel Carrie Simple. I will leave a link to my initial daily self-care video in the description box below. One of the daily self-care tips that I learned from Carrie Simple was eating well. Eating well. So today I'm sharing with you what's been working for me in this category of daily self-care. What I have found to work best for me in this season of my life as it relates to eating well is to take note of how different foods make me feel. I shared a video with you called Mind Renewal over Willpower, and this kind of goes along with that. It actually goes pretty well hand in hand with what I shared in that video, and I'll link it in the description box as well. But instead of thinking of food as what's bad and what's good for me, because we all have an idea for the most part of foods that are better for us and foods that maybe we should stay away from, whether it's a general consensus or foods that maybe for us personally that we should stay away from. But as we look around at society, that particular knowledge does not necessarily translate into a healthier lifestyle. So what I have been doing, and this has truly been working to renew my mind in the area of the food that I eat. I don't tell myself that's bad. I don't tell myself I can't have that. I eat what I desire to eat. Now, the catch is my desire for certain foods has begun to change. And one of the key ways that I have sort of allowed this to happen in my life is, let's say, for example, I used to eat bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits from ChickfilA. I used to eat those. I used to eat those. And once I started getting into drinking green smoothies for breakfast, I started drinking green smoothies pretty much every morning for breakfast. My body really, I enjoyed it. I came up with a recipe that I really liked. I found a juice bar that I really love their green smoothies, so if I want to go out and purchase one, I have a great place to go. But if I want to make my own, I have a couple of recipes that I can use at home, and I find them really filling, right? The green smoothies. So one day I went to get I was going to a conference, and I just stopped by Chick-fil-A and got a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Once I ate it, I wanted to go to sleep, and I did not feel energetic. And so from that, I knew that my body had changed. And from that point, I took note of not necessarily that Chick-fil-A sandwich was bad, and not necessarily that that's something that I should stay away from. What I took note of was how it made me feel. And so the next time I was in the decision process of what to eat, if that was an option, I would think twice before getting it, because I remembered, my brain remembered, you can eat that, but remember how it made you feel. And so I took that, and I have just been running with it. And so I ate gummy worms one day, and I took note of how I felt after I ate the gummy worms, and I noticed I had a little bit of a stuffy feeling here, like my head just started to hurt. So I thought, oh, maybe that was just then. But I tried the gummy worms another time, and I felt the same. So after that, whenever my husband, who loves gummy worms, has gummy worms and he likes to pull them out at night, I just naturally don't want them anymore, because I have allowed my brain to process how I feel after eating the gummy worms. So it's not that I'm using willpower and saying, no, I don't want that biscuit. No, I don't want that candy. My brain has literally processed, we don't want that, because we remember how that makes you feel, and no. And so I have been using that over and over and over and over, little by little. And I'm beginning to see that in my life now, I am gravitating towards wanting certain foods, and other foods I repel. Other foods I just don't want. And so it's not about willpower for me at this point. It's more about a renewing of the mind in the area of food. So that is how I've been making or allowing this lifestyle change to evolve in my life, is just by taking note of how those foods make me feel, allow my brain to process that to the point that my mind is actually renewed, and I begin to thirst more for those things, those foods that make me feel good versus those foods that may taste good initially, versus those foods that may taste good initially but lead me to not feel so well and not be able to be my best throughout the day. So I hope that this video has been beneficial for you. I have shared this video because I really believe that these daily self-care tips are fabulous. I think they're great for giving us a bit of a checklist to check in with ourselves to say, how am I taking care of myself, especially for those of us who are not accustomed to taking care of ourselves at all. It is a great starting point. So I know that so often we can be busy being a mom, fulfilling roles and serving people and all of the things that we have going on. We can be so busy and wrapped up into that we neglect to take care of ourselves. So I hope that this video has served to remind you today to take care of yourself, to embrace those things that are your personal passions, your personal aspirations in life, to embrace those things that bring you joy personally, and taking care of yourself is one way to definitely do that. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Have a happy, blessed day. Be happy, live full, love life, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.